going to get right into it today, talking about some NFL. It was draft day yesterday. The first draft in Chicago, held in 50 years since the Kennedy assassination. It's been a long time since it was a draft in Chicago. Big night. Big stars, none of them there. No, well, a lot of them were there. The top two weren't there.
Yeah, the top two weren't there.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota looked like he was in some kind of. He's got his lays on. He looked like he was
showcasing his homeland.
His homeland, but the thing is, showcasing his homeland, but he's in like some type of like. He could have been in like Tennessee. You couldn't tell. He was like in just some big room with a bunch of his family and friends, but he was there. Jameis was in Alabama with his family because
taking photos of himself eating crab legs.
Crab legs. What cracks me up is you can see Jameis with his headphones on. If you watch the presentation last night, it was brought to you by Bose.
Oh, yes.
But all the guys, at least the top 3 or 4 guys, all had on Beats by Dre as they were like, listening to their agents, whoever was talking to them. They all had Beats by Dre on. That was kind of funny. Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye himself, Avengers opening up this weekend, did the introduction. It was a nice overhyped intro, but still nice, showcasing Chicago and all of its beauty. Pretty much went as expected. If you're watching the ESPN and NFL broadcast, for the first 4 or 5, they pretty much picked the guys that were going to go. They were like, hey, I think this guy's going to go. And they went. It wasn't really any like,
no,
moments.
Pretty much. I mean, I think for the last week or so, Jameis had been the projected overall number 1. And, again, we talked about this before on 3-Minute Warning. I didn't see Tennessee trading to go get Phillip Rivers. You know what I mean? It just didn't make sense. You might as well start fresh, start with Mariota. So I agree with that pick. That's totally fine. Amari Cooper, receiver that I was hoping my Bears would maybe pick up. You know what I mean? But Raiders, I believe went to the Raiders. Yeah, so it went pretty well. Pretty much expected.
Maybe some unexpected, your boy from Miami going to the Colts, I think. Because the Colts were the #1 passing team in the NFL. It's like more of a luxury pick. They don't really need another receiver.
Well, it's a lot like Steven up there in the booth, man. Your Redskins not getting Leonard Williams. Instead, the Jets getting this guy. Yeah, great player. Probably the best player in the draft, but it's like the Jets didn't really need him.
No.
Honestly, I'd have preferred, Kevin White, great pickup for us. I think he's going to be, do good things for us. Nonetheless, I think I would have preferred having Leonard Williams, you know what I mean, over Kevin White.
And there's some more pictures that Jameis took with his family in Alabama. He had a picture of himself with some crab legs. But hey, he either bought them or somebody gave them to him in a legit way.
In a legit way.
I think it's a little bit, I think he's having fun. I don't think it was. I don't know. I think you should just leave that topic alone.
I was going to say.
Coach Harbaugh said, let's just leave it alone.
You want to have fun. I get it. But it's like, I don't know, maybe a little too soon.
Don't shove it in people's faces like, hey, I got crab legs now. Let's talk about your Chicago Bears, though. They got this helmet up here. I don't know if you can see that in frame, but you can see it in the wide shot there.
Beautiful.
There it is. Got some helmet over there. Now I wish I had a Buffalo Bills, even though we did not pick yesterday because we traded last year for Sammy Watkins, which I'm very happy about. Let's talk about Chicago Bears. New wide receiver coming to your
I like him. He had a really good season last year at West Virginia. He's physical, he's strong. He's the type of receiver I always like. That's why I like guys like Brandon Marshall. And I love Alshon Jeffrey. He could maybe put on a few pounds. But I look at guys like Des Bryant, because big, solid, receivers that run aggressively. And that's what I'm seeing with Kevin White. I think he needs to work on his route running a little bit more. He's still, an unpolished player. He can only get better. So I'm really confident in this pick. I think maybe we should have. It's tough. I think we needed another receiver to go with Alshon, but we do need to strengthen our defense a little bit more. So it's kind of, either way, I'm happy.
I'm excited to see what Buffalo's going to do in the second round. We'll have to wait to see. That's all we have for the NFL draft. It's going all weekend, folks. We have a couple more days of NFL.